This is the hub where you can polish your skills. This is the hub where you can have access to the leading technologies. This is the hub where your talent, regardless of your age and experience, is appreciated.
Hello everyone, real pleasure to be with you. I'm Hui, co-founder of CFTE, and I'll be replacing both Ronit and Gaurav. So today we have a very special session because we're in the middle of Abu Dhabi Finance Week, and it's a great pleasure to have Namir Khan, who's in charge of the Association of Fintech in the MENA region, and he'll tell us everything about what's happening today. So Namir, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for being here in Abu Dhabi. It's a pleasure to have you. We've always seen you doing great stuff and impactful stuff across the world. And it is so lovely to have you. And I hope you're having a great time in Abu Dhabi Finance Week.
Thanks a lot. It's been amazing this week. So many things have happened. And that's the reason why we have you. We've seen you on stage a lot this week. And so tell us a bit about yourself and what you're doing.
So I'm Namir Khan, chairman of MENA Fintech Association. MENA Fintech Association is the voice of the fintech community of the MENA region. We work very closely with the regional regulators, starting off from Morocco, for all the 22 countries, to UAE. And our main role, some of our key, I would say, roles are to do advocacy, policy making, along with the regulators, empowerment, education, and most importantly, enabling the fintechs in the region. And for that, you have various activities that you need to undertake in order to enable all of that.
Thanks a lot, Namir. You told me a bit earlier about your background, which I think is quite interesting, also inspirational, and that shows about what's happening in the region. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
So, talking about my background, so when I started in the region, I started, and I'm proud to share this with everyone, I started with nothing. When I came here, I had nothing. But what brought me to this part of the world, to UAE, is the dream to fulfill, that being able to fulfill your dreams, being able to fulfill your what's been on your mind. And when you see that this is a place where you can come and fulfill your dreams, you can achieve what you want to achieve, it actually became a reality to a certain extent. Because when I came here, like I said, I had nothing. But today, what we have in front of us is an example and a product of what this place has to offer to you. It's a place which appreciates talent. It's a place which recognizes talent, regardless of your age. You're young, you're mid-aged, you're old, whatever it is. Age is just a number here, because in reality, what matters over here is your talent, is your substance, is your desire to do good, it's your desire to make a strong impact. And once you have that, this is the real criteria to be in this place and then to make things happen.
Thanks a lot. For people who are not from the region, MENA seems to be a very broad region. Can you tell us a bit more about what it includes exactly, and is there any differences between all those countries?
So MENA is Middle East and North Africa. So that starts, like I said, we cover countries such as Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and then moving towards the eastern part, going up to UAE and Oman, right? And to some extent Pakistan as well. Now, this is what MENA covers. And in MENA, you also have GCC, the Gulf Cooperation countries. So yes, all in all, these are all 22 countries that we have.
Great. So let's talk about what's happening in the region. Could you give us some key figures about how big it is, number of companies or funding, some key figures?
So in terms of the region, right now we have around 700 plus fintechs. 75% of the fintechs are based in UAE. So that tells you where we're basically standing at this point of time when it comes to the number of fintechs that we have. In terms of the round raises, I can't really give you one specific number, but in terms of the round raise, we have been hearing and we have been seeing, just yesterday we had an announcement of around, I believe, please forgive me if I'm incorrect, of 20 million for Series A for Baraka. So that was a great news as well. So yes, I think the numbers are picking up more and more as the majority of fintechs pick up.
And in terms of the ecosystem, what are the main sectors for the region and some of the key players that we'd hear about?
I always say payments is the heart of fintech. This is where it starts from. Right now, if you were to go a step back and see where payments is standing right now, By 2023, we are expected to have 69% of the transactions in our region that are going to be non-cash, right? That tells you the growth that we're currently facing and also the opportunity that you also have in terms of further, digitizing and, making this economy more cashless. One. Number two, this is a strong indicator that people are adopting. So when you first see transactions going cashless, the other thing you see, okay, smartphone penetration. When you have smartphone penetration, which is mainly, contactless transactions will typically happen from a smartphone, where you will be having a gadget, if not a smartphone, some other gadget for which you will be utilizing the transaction for. But the thing is, if you look at this is an indicator that people are adopting newer technologies. There is a strong demand for more seamless and efficient products. Then then you can correlate this data with the population that we have over here. The demographics are all young. You look around you, majority, the average age of the region is around 25. That tells you that this region is significantly on the younger side. And the fabric of, regardless of wherever you are, you could be in the Far East, you could be in the Middle East, or you could be, you could be in the West. But the way the youth operates, or the way the average youngster operates, remains the same. The fabric is the same. There will be some differences in terms of in the psychographics, but the majority of the needs and demands of the consumer is going to be a lot more standardized, to a certain extent. But of course, the differences come in. So that's how I see the region in terms of the opportunity when it comes to talent, and also in the terms of payments. For me, payments still has a lot of room for improvement.
So we're talking about the region and what's happening in the region. Some of the key players, some of the big companies in the region, which are notable.
So if you were to look at some of the big companies in the region, you're looking. So if we start from payments, right? So you're looking into Paymob has been doing exceptional job when it comes to dominating a very difficult market, which is Egypt. Then you also have Gap has been doing very well as well. In fact, both the companies recently won the award as well. The Best Payments Fintech Award went to Paymob, and then the Best Fintech of the Year Award went to Yap. Yap has been coming. Yap has a very fresh perspective in terms of simplifying and making your day-to-day transactions and your day-to-day banking needs a lot more easy and convenient, and giving it a refreshing feel to it, right? But they're not a bank. Now, the other, I would say, key player that has really solved the problem, SME. So, opening up a bank account was a bit of a cumbersome experience over here, right? And then Vio came in. Vio, and I've personally seen it, has simplified tremendously how to open up a bank account. And that is a major problem that they have solved, from their complete onboarding, their KYC, and then I would say when I receive the checkbooks and when I receive the cards, this is not paid, FYI, right? This is not paid at all. This is all based on merits. I was really impressed because they simplify the entire experience for me. And no offense to anyone, right? Because, for the normal banking process, it takes excruciatingly long to open up a bank account. And it could be for valid reasons. We're not going to be debating on the reasons. But I think every bank has multiple compliance issues, etc. But when Vio solved this problem, it was quite a relief for me as an entrepreneur that now I can rely on a platform that can actually make my life a lot more easier. Then digital lending, Tabby, Tamara have been doing exceptionally well in the same space. You have processors, you have M2P, you have NIM card. They have been doing very well when it comes to enabling processing services for fintechs. Then you have players like Gold-Based Technologies. Gold-Based Technologies has been mainly focusing on building digital banks. Then I'm just thinking if I'm forgetting any important fintech. Yeah, I think Checkout.com, as you would know, they're a global name. They've done also really well as well. GDIA has been doing exceptionally well in Saudi, and now expanding into and UAE as well. And then we also have we have Foodex. Foodex is a retail POS solution for mainly F&B players in Saudi. They're expanding into UAE as well. They've been doing very well too. Yeah, so quite a few players.
For those who want to learn more about this, is there a place where they can go and find this information?
One is the MENA Fintech Association. We all are there, so we are a big community, right? So uh, there's so many of us out there, right? So we're all full of love. So just reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help you and support you with your needs in the region, to understand the region better. And anyone who also comes through you, I mean, please feel free. Don't think twice. Reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to give you a download. And most importantly, read some of our reports. So, for example, if you're going into payments, we have a report which is called Shift. We have a different, we have different verticals, industry verticals in the association, and they work on, making, on landscaping the entire vertical. For example, for payments, we have Shift. For Shift, what we have done, we have a report which is solely based on landscaping, which makes it a lot more easier for you if you're coming into the region to understand what players are operating and who's doing what, who are the acquirers, who are the issuers across the region, right? And secondly, then we had a second version of the report that was mainly talking about the cross-border market. If any one of you are focusing on cross-border, read about that. If you want to understand the framework on open finance or where we stand. So first, read about the reports that we have. It's just going to help you give some background. And then once you come to us, we'll be able to help you in a much more effective manner.
Thanks, and I think that I can testify that it's a very open and welcoming community. So definitely, for anyone, don't hesitate. And apologize, for the noise around. There's a lot of noise here.
That is the beauty of it. We're in the middle of it all.
That's true. And so about
It's buzzing.
that is totally true. And about MENA, there's always a question of timing. If you're an entrepreneur, why choose MENA today? Why not yesterday? Why not tomorrow?
I just stole the mic from you. You can see how eager I was to answer this question. Now, if I was to compare our region from the Far East or to the West, to a certain extent, those regions, yes, they have started innovation in the fintech space. They kicked it off, and we may have come late, but we have come really fast, and now we're leapfrogging, right? So the other markets compared to, and I will rightly so have a bit of a bias, but on merits towards our region, because this region is not saturated yet. The other regions are saturated, right? And as the maturity happens, the market becomes really overcrowded. And right now, we always say this every year, it is just the beginning, and it is. Number two, why is this the right time? Because if you see around you, the regulators every single year make more progress towards opening more and more. And that's what's happening again. The regulators are opening up, they're more welcoming, they listen to you, they hear you out, you have more regulations coming in. Now, if you look into what has happened, SAMA recently announced their open banking guidelines. That's a progressive step. Bahrain has already launched the full-blown guidelines and they're live. Simultaneously, UAE is also coming up as well very soon. So if we see the region is now making those foundational steps, that is just going to enable more and more players to come in and deliver those relevant customer experiences. If you look into it. Now, the right time is also then complemented by the opportunity you have in place. You also have this region hosting COP28. COP27 happened in Egypt. Yep. COP28 is happening here, where we are sitting, right, in UAE. Now, which means sustainability is a global theme. Sustainability is not a local theme only. Why are we best positioned for it? Because our leadership is focusing on establishing the right level of infrastructure, the right guidelines, the right frameworks, the right regulations, and not just that. While we are building up the right infrastructure, the vision is to further expand and take those products and technologies that we're building over here into other markets. So exporting, being that hub that exports, being that hub that creates a conducive environment to build, create, and then export. So you're looking into the future.
And I saw you today actually presenting on a sustainable fintech.
Yeah.
What was behind?
So if you look into it, sustainability is not a choice anymore. Sustainability needs to be embedded. So by DNA, sustainability is within us. Now it's time we embed sustainability into our lifestyles. Now, again, it's not by choice, because the entire the entire, I would say, environment, the biodiversity that's dying is going to affect us all in multiple manners. The humanity needs to stand up. The humanity needs to pick up the resources that we have around us and to build, to sustain what we have and to protect what we have. Financial services plays an integral role. Anything you see around us here, whatever you see around you, has been a part of a financial transaction. Just one piece. Second piece, financial services is a part of our daily lives. Probably we pay more than we drink water, right? So, I mean, I get so many notifications on my phone, which means everything is happening invisibly at the back. It's a complete infrastructure that is integrated with so many points, touch points. It actually is a key enabler that makes it happen. So for us, the reason why we built a sustainable fintech alliance was to bring together multiple fintechs from across the globe, global industry experts from across, from different regions, academia, and then open it up, open the entire forum for open dialogue, open conversations. For what? To basically discuss how we can actually create actionable steps towards decarbonizing our society, towards towards leaving this place better than it was before. So I get really, really excited and I get really emotional towards this cause, because I believe that it's all of our responsibility. We are sitting on top of such an important community. We have such important access towards financial services. We all need to take united impact towards decarbonizing, towards enabling impact for our society and leaving a stronger legacy behind.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot, Namir. And what is great is that you've written about it. People can find it, I guess, on your website. If they want more information and if they want to be a part of it. And some very short questions.
Yes.
In one word, what explains the success of the region today?
One thing: appreciating talent. This place is the place that basically cherishes and nurtures talent. This region, specific UAE, is not just a sales hub anymore. Today, we are a talent hub. We enable, we nurture, we build, we are focused on building talent. We have something called the Next Gen talent program that has been launched recently by His Excellency Dr. Thani Al-Zayudi, that is focusing on bringing in top talent into the country, into the region, and then from the region, then of course potentially we're looking into the future by deploying this talent, by deploying the products that we build, by the technical amazing products that we build across different parts of the world. So this place is not just a hub that is there for you to access the region. This is the hub where you can polish your skills. This is the hub where you can have access to the leading technologies. This is the hub where your talent, regardless of your age and experience, is appreciated. So 110% talent is going to be my, on top of it, before I finish, the leadership, whatever you see, you would see their main focus is on building and creating strong talent. And you go out there, you search for this, you would find the strong focus this region has on talent.
Yeah, I guess 100% agree with you on that. We can see it. We've been here for the last few years, and this very, very strong focus on people and how to make sure that people are being part of these new technologies, new trends, new business models. We see it really from the top. So
we will continue this discussion forever. But the thing is, and our amazing cameraman woman would get tired. So, I'll try to keep it short. Every business model, every SME, every corporate, every large organization or small, whatever your size is, please remember everyone's going to be a part of the net zero or the carbon neutral economy, of the new sustainable economy. We had the digital economy. Now, if you move on to it, there's another add-on. Digital economy is going to be complemented with the sustainable economy. And no matter what industry is, everyone will transition towards this. So polish your skills, learn more about this specific area, and get ready for the next boom.
And two very important trends you can't miss in the region.
Again, sustainability, which is extremely important, and open, and open finance is going to become a much bigger reality than what it is today.
Very good. And last question, one thing that people might not know about fintech in the region.
About fintech in the region, I think, if I was to think of one that they may not know about the region, this is a good one to ask. Limitless opportunities. That's it. Limitless opportunities. The region is amazing. We're an open book. Everything's transparent. But the humongous opportunity that's out there, if I was to quantify it, I would not be able to. Because this is where the real opportunity is, and this is where you should be.
I think it's a great way to finish the interview. So thanks a lot, Namir.
Be here. Next year, you all should be here. So yes.
Thanks a lot for that message.
Thank you.
Bye.